Hey guys, it's Jason with Stealthy SK, and today I'm going to be bringing you a build showcase / crafting guide for Lightning Arrow Raider. So when I first seen this build, I was dead wrong about it. I thought it looked boring, I wasn't into it, but I had already crafted my mirrored tier character, so I decided to try this one right after. I'll bring you guys a quick compilation of me playing with it through certain maps and bosses and stuff, but even just looking at it inside of my hideout, it is very fast and a super fast clearer. Alright, enjoy the video and I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, so now that you got to see the build, let's go over the gear. Now you'll probably immediately notice I do have Mage's Blood on. This is not necessary, this is just for comfort. I will be talking about using a different belt. To start off, we're going to go over the bow and how to build it. You're going to start by going on PoE trade and looking for a fractured base with lightning damage added to it. From there, you're going to roll either Essence of Hatred or Essence of Anger until you have both fire or cold damage. You can stop at any point at tier 2, tier 3, tier 1, whatever you feel comfortable with. From here, there's a cheap way to do it and a more expensive way to finish the craft. For the cheap way, if you didn't roll crit strike or attack speed as a suffix while rolling your prefixes, you're going to benchcraft either one of those. And if you have any spare suffixes after that, you can X-slam it and you're done. That's the bow. For the bow you're looking at, what you're going to do is prefixes cannot be changed, and then buy a T4 Iceling from anyone on TFT. What you're hoping for is either an extra bow, increased critical strike chance, double damage, anything like that. Once your Iceling is done, you're going to benchcraft whatever you didn't get. So if you got critical strike chance, you're going to benchcraft attack speed. If you got attack speed, you're going to benchcraft critical strike chance. And from there, you just X-slam it and hope for a good roll, and you're done with the bow. Now, as far as a Crucible tree, it's very important on a bow, unfortunately. You're going to want to get T1 cold damage, or T1 lightning, or T1 fire, attack speed, and elemental damage modifier. It's hard to get, but if you do get it, you increase your bow by a lot of elemental DPS. Just from the Crucible tree, I went from 1200 to I think 1600 DPS. So yeah, you can say it's quite important. In terms of importance, the best thing I would do is get your tier 1 fire, cold, or lightning, and then your elemental modifier. And then if you get those two, you're good to go. If you can't get the attack speed, it's alright. For your helmet, you just grab Vol's Vision. I have Berserk has 30% increased buff effect, but you don't have to have that. Now moving on to the Quiver, you're just going to buy a Fractured Crit Strike multi. After you get that, you're going to roll Sufferings until you get increased damage with bow skills and life. You can get whatever tier you want depending on how much you want to spend. Then you're going to benchcraft attack speed and then slam it with an X. And that's done with the bow. The Quiver rather. Now for your accessories, there's a few routes you can go, but I went with Prismatic Ring, the Taming, because of the increased elemental damage and the elemental resist. And then for my other ring, I grabbed the 2-stone ring for tons of res, and I was able to put non-channeling skills have less mana cost. For my Onyx amulet, I went with the Yoke of Suffering, and one of the most important things about this build is Vengeance Cascade. What that does is it allows your targets to come back to you, so you shoot all over the place rather than straight. That, paired with Manaforged arrow support, makes this build one of the best builds this league. For your gloves, you can grab some Chaos Spirit Titan gloves. Nothing special there. Your armor is going to be your Zodiac Leather. Also nothing special there. Just get as high stats as you can on it. In terms of your boots, just an evasion base. You can get anything on it you need. If you need extra stats, life, res. I got Chaos Res and movement speed on this one. You can get whatever you need at this point. Now you're going to be pretty starved on strength. So I'd recommend a strength belt like the heavy belt. And it also can give you res and stuff on it. So I would do your belt last to see what you're missing. In terms of your flask, it really doesn't matter. I would want to get movement speed and evasion, and also global crit strike chance. But you can go with whatever you want and just put charges when charges reaches full on them. As far as your passive tree goes, I'm gonna put two different passive trees. One's gonna be high budget and one's gonna be a little bit lower budget, just because even the Thread of Hope, the massive Thread of Hope, alone costs 14 divine. So most people are not gonna be able to afford that. So we're gonna get a regular large one and then place it in different spots for low levels. As far as the Inspired Learning, this is also not needed. So we'll drop this for a Corrupted Blood Immunity Jewel, which you can get pretty cheap at this part of the league. Now we're trying to get a 3 passive large cluster. So you're going to be using Serrated Fossils to get more attack, to be able to craft the, which one is it? The Feed the Fury, Field of Light, and Martial Prowess. It'll be much cheaper crafting. I also forgot to mention on the boots, you're going to get increased action speed and life regeneration rate as your Eldritch implicits. For your skills, this is all up to your budget. You can drop some skills down to default. You don't have to have Divergent. You don't have to have Awakened. You don't have to have Val. These are all just extra things you add on top as you get the money for them. Same thing for Burning Arrow. You don't have to have Anomalous. These are all just extra benefits. And that's going to be it for the build. There's some things you can change. You can go in POB Ninja and look up at other builds and see if they align more to your budget. But once you get this build started, you're going to love it. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. And if you liked the video and it helped, please like the video. I'm also going to be making more builds in the future, so if you want to subscribe, go and do that. Thanks guys. Peace.